The cosmetic stuff in this DLC is pretty good. Yeah, I have been pretty pleased with the new armor and equipment options. It adds a lot of flavor. Mostly they just brought back some old models from the previous games, but that's fine because a lot of those old models were fantastic.
This is when I almost lost it. Because this is when we found out about the DJ's boat docked outside another city further up the coast.
Now, the end of that sentence, John, when you say this is where I almost lost it, what you actually mean is this is where I almost lost it because this is why I polished off that 9th pint of gin. Is there any advantage in getting gold other than bragging rights? It's just the bragging rights.
There was no way to approach near the docks, so we had to work our way through the streets, with the DJ giving us directions over the comm link.
As long as he's not on the mission, John, I really don't give a shit. Mostly I just want him to not be on the mission. So where's my girl? Hey, soup can? There you go. I need you to grapple up somewhere high and then throw a mimic beacon. I don't really care where it is as long as it's at an elevated position. Like here seems fine. Lisa Campbell, soup is good snipe. Well, we know there's an enemy over here because we got like a little brief preview flash. Let's chuck a mimic beacon over here and get more than a preview. It's an Andromedon. It's an Andromedon plus whatever all this shit is. That's a hellish pod, actually. We are concealed, so we can get the drop on it and hit it with the shredder, and it seems like that would be an extraordinarily good idea. It's an Andromedon, 2 mutons, and what appears to be a berserker. We definitely want to hit that with the shred storm. Now we can see them proper, so we know where their detection tiles are. That's good. Bradford, we want to get you up close. I'm not certain that tile's going to be safe. Campbell, we're just going to reposition you slightly. Roadkill, you're worthless trash. Why don't you just run up here? Roadkill is the one soldier who doesn't have an ironic nickname. They're like, why do they call you Roadkill? He's like, well, because, I mean, that's about how useful I am. About as useful as Roadkill.
I comply.
I'm dubious on whether or not this tile is safe. It should be. If this spawns the pod, I'm going to be fucking livid. Okay. And then Bradford, you should be safe right here. Try dominating that berserker, Pete. I don't like berserkers as domination targets. Because they miss their accuracy is way shitty and low. I'd much rather have just a regular muton. Now, what I'm going to want to do here is go for the Shred Storm Cannon and hit literally every one of these worthless fucks. This may flat out kill the mutons. It didn't, but it came close. Go ahead and take your reaction move. Come at me. I got your shit now. Get Blade Stormed for free. John Bradford actually connected with the Blade Storm. What are the odds? We'll come back to you in a second. First things first, Nessie, it's time to warm some shit up here. We got good shots. That guy still has armor, which kind of pisses me off a little bit. Let's see if we can get rid of that armor, or at least what's left of it. Does anybody just have like a regular grenade? Lobo does. We need her in a position where she can throw it at that muton, or throw it at that... like here, maybe? You know what? I'm not sold that's going to be close enough. Go ahead and grapple to here. This generally puts us in an overall better position anyway. And then we'll just throw the grenade down this way. Can we do that? No, we're going to have to move. Well, I mean, it's one of those, you kind of cross your fingers and hope maybe you'll get lucky in a way you don't expect play, but it didn't pan out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really need to pan out. We're going to get some guaranteed damage, but more importantly, we get rid of the rest of that armor. And cover. That's going to make old Soup Can's job much, much easier. Speaking of which, hey, Soup Can. Yeah, it's time for you to go straight to town on these motherfuckers. Hit him with the lightning hands. Beautiful. And then, oh, I don't know, maybe give him a good old-fashioned pistol shot here as well. Since these all can't miss. Also fantastic. And then maybe just go ahead and cap it off with a sweep the board face-off. Dead. 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 Oh, she missed one muton. She was going for the plush banana and came up short. Parker Lewis, you want to sweep this man into the gutter? Thank you. Little bit of potential free focus for our girl, but she can also get focused by coming over here and rending the shit out of this dude. And then we can pick that other focus up on the way back. Get wrecked. We'll come back to deciding whether we're going to parry or momentum on that. I think we're probably going to momentum. The katana, you know what? Save a bullet. Use the katana. Also, it can't miss. The it can't miss, it really goes a long way with the old Perfidious beat. You guys know I love guaranteed damage.
Remember when people used to complain about their GPS navigation map?
Come stand by John Bradford.
Imagine using one of those, except directed by our DJ friend here.
Come stand by Brad. Yeah, get shit on. You're dead. This can't miss. You don't have armor against it. Ha 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 ha! Suck it. Oh, Bradford's katana's gonna be doing some work henceforth. Doing work. Could have dominated that Andromedon. That's actually a better pick than the Berserker. I kind of like to save domination for sort of a last-ditch effort. When the chips are down and you really need help in a sticky situation, that's when I like to go for the domination. I don't really usually care to dominate early in the mission either, because it has a propensity to wear off at a really shitty time. Okay, we got to do this with Harbinger just right. Okay, girl, you come here, pick up the free focus. Yoink. Thanks, by the way, Parker Lewis. I appreciate you having Jerry toss that out of his coat for me. And then it's right back over here. That did not kill him, though. I was genuinely expecting that to score a kill. Alright, Parker Lewis, pick him off then. I would have much rather had Parker Lewis doing something useful like overwatching against the additional chrysalids that are inbound. Because there are going to be additional chrysalids inbound. Just catch up here. Bradford can get some ghetto Overwatch in for us.
It's not that big of a town. Be on the water before you know it. My boat should still be sitting right there.
John, that shotgun better be making some noise here, Boro. Get some Nizoids. Great shot. You were about 400 yards behind him. You ever heard of leading your target, Bradford? You know, they say you can lead a horse to gin, but you can't make him drink. You can't make Bradford drink because he's already drinking. Like, you can't make him drink because there's never a time when he stops. Alright, this is going to seem foolhardy, but I'm going to do it anyway. Remember, Bradford has Untouchable now. If there's anybody who's good at a solo mission against Chrysalid, it's Bradford. Because he's a Chrysalid killing machine at the moment. He sort of can't fail. It's like drinking gin. It's the one thing Bradford can't fail at. It's like, no, I mean, when it comes to drinking gin, John Bradford, have got that shit on farm. There are two things I'm good at. Hitting stuff with this katana and swallowing gin faster than you can pour it on the ground. Hit him with the ripjack. We want to get kills for Nikita Betty, though. She needs that focus. We got to give those kills to the Betty. Plus, she's such a Betty. All right, Nessie, let's just have you dash up here.
Good to go.
Mustafa, we'll bring you up here, drop you into some Overwatch as well.
Got it covered.
The DJ pleaded with us not to destroy his computer along with his recordings.
Speaking of which, where is that thing we're supposed to be destroying?
We would hack in and shut down the broadcast. I'm not exactly sure why we had to hack.
We still got some ground to cover.
Computer, but I don't remember anyone asking any questions at the time.
Okay, so there are enemies in this warehouse. And if we do this carefully, we can actually figure out what tile they're in, because it'll be the ones we can't stand in. We definitely saw the red flash, so we know there are enemies in that building. This seems like a quality time for a little mimic.
I'll take the high road.
Maybe a battle scanner here. Let's get Soup Can up on the high road. And then, you know what, Soup Can? You're going to drop a battle scanner down in here. Oh, good. It's a sectopod. Okay, well, that sucks. So we got to be real fucking careful right here. Hernandez, we're going to want you on the roof. Are any of these tiles going to activate that pod? Because if any of them do, we don't want to be in those tiles.
Tactical movement.
Bradford still has an action, right? He does. So it says that this is safe. Nessie can't really go much of anywhere. Alright, roadkill, you suck and also only have one bullet. So why don't you just come here and reload? Lobo, you're not going anywhere yet. Mustafa, that activates a pod, but this doesn't, huh? Well, we can't dominate a sectopod because it's a robot, as much as that would be amazing. This does not activate a pod, so you come stand there. Betty, we want to get you as close to the bad guys as we can, but that's not going to be that close.
I'll keep a watchful eye.
Nessie,
Overwatch. To that position. Watch order confirmed.
so we've got Waylay up, which means we'll take as many Overwatch shots as we have actions. I'm not too sure how useful Waylay is. I never even took it when we did our all-skirmisher campaign, and it could be one of those abilities that's actually a sleeper ability that I didn't consider. Like, I didn't figure out that it could be good, or if it could be good. Like, I couldn't figure out how to make it useful. Little Overwatch at this robot. I appreciate these guys coming up on this rooftop where we can drop them through the floor with a grenade. That's helpful. Okay, Mustafa. You can't see anything that's dominatable. What can you stasis here? So, yeah, we'll probably have you go ahead and do that. Let's just take him out of the action. And then we'll probably follow that up with you. This guy has a lot of armor. So Bradford, I feel like we're better off to actually have you go slash that robot. Nessie, I really want you to be able to see everybody before we do anything. So come to here. Give us the old lightning hands. Cost us nothing. And then maybe go ahead and face off here. I know we're not going to be able to hit the sectopod with the face off because he's in stasis, but this wasn't going to go through his armor anyway, so it doesn't matter. We also didn't exactly get blistering damage out of that. No targets available, huh? You can't see that robot? Makes perfect sense. Couple options here. We could have Bradford. I mean, this is where I really wish Bradford had Reaper. He doesn't necessarily kill that dude in one shot. So let's do this. Run and gun to here, Bradford.
Let's do this. Objective sighted.
Yeah, it's nice. I see it over there.
First spotted the DJ's precious computer.
Critical to put him into stasis. When he comes out, Bradford should blade storm him with the katana. He'll be dead. That's a kill. Problem solved. Michael Lewis isn't going to be able to do much for us here. He's got a shot at this shield bearer. It's not great. We'll take it. He did stand and deliver, though. Lobo, you got shots at that. You still can't hit that fucking robot, huh? I'm actually kind of furious about that. In the event that stasis on this robot for the sectopod here does not make him skip his entire turn, we're going to go ahead and bring Nikita Betty in here and have her parry because she'll be a very attractive target. And parrying makes sure she will not get shot. So Lobo, you're a garbage monster. Come up here and stand next to this robot and then shoot it. And then we're going to have to inspire you. Actually, we can't inspire you. Apparently my phone... Can you guys hear that? Luton. I was counting on us being able to inspire her for an extra action, but we can't. Who can we inspire? Roadkill. I'm sure he can't see the robot. Guys are going to have to give me a minute, chat, because I'm going to have to go fix my phone. Well, son of a bitch. Alright, then. Well, the only thing we can do is aid protocol and hope it generates a miss. I didn't think Inspire needed line of sight. Admittedly, that's a mistake on my part. But our aid protocol is pretty good. It's plus 40 defense. You're dead, though. The robot fell through the floor? I don't know what the hell he's doing. Gonna shoot a grenade at us and drop us through the floor. Alright, that's not horse shit at all. Honestly, we shouldn't have aid protocoled him. He might have missed naturally without the aid protocol. All the aid protocol did was guarantee we swallowed a grenade. I'm more than slightly salty. Oh, that's... Okay. I was trying to figure out my alarm on my phone is going off in the other room, and I couldn't remember why I would have an alarm going off of this. But then I remembered that it's the end of the month, which means I got to do some work stuff. So this will probably be our last mission for the stream because, you know, even though it's 10 p.m. on a Wednesday, Pete still has to work. That's a lot of chrysalids. Also, we still haven't disabled the pirate radio. We should consider doing that. We should also consider killing this sectopod at some point. The to-do list is getting long here. Well, Hernandez, you're definitely going to be throwing that mimic beacon because there's no way we're going to be able to kill all this shit in one turn.
Your will is weak.
Chrysalid, you work for me now. So, Nikita Betty, you don't have Fortress. If that sectopod explodes, that's real bad news for you. It would be nice to hit something with an arc wave and get a little bonus damage. Let's go here. Potentially kills the chrysalid and the robot with the arc wave. Didn't get the chrysalid, did get the robot. You can go ahead and parry. Bradford. We'll come back to you. Nessie. Take the preliminary shot and finish off the chrysalid. Nicely done.
Target neutralized.
And then as much as I hate to do it, we're going to go ahead and throw a grenade at this sectopod. We got to get rid of some of that armor. It's got too much. We can't really hurt it effectively while it's got 5 points. We did 1 damage. Fantastic. Roadkill? I'm not sure what we're going to do with you. You know what we're going to do with you? We'll come back to you in a minute. That's what we're going to do with you. 1 mimic beacon should be sufficient for our needs. So Bradford, no, don't go there. It's going to set you on fire. Come over here. Take the shot. Sectopod still has more armor than I'm kind of comfortable with. Yeah, somebody's got to go start shooting at the radio beacon, too.
No problem, boss.
Michael Lewis, if you would be so kind. Maybe you're that someone? This will not kill it. I would really rather just take the guaranteed damage at the sectopod. It's not good damage, but it is locked in. And also, we don't want to do enough damage that we kill it with a Blade Storm anyway. Okay, Bradford, he will ignore all of its armor, but now he can't do enough damage to actually kill it. So we take this Mimic Beacon and throw it over here next to Bradford. So the Sectopod ideally runs past him to get to it and gets Blade Stormed on the way by. That'll leave him with 2 health. He did not get Blade Stormed. Oh, never mind. What is there to worry about on the flank here, Bradford? This guy has positioned himself in the optimal scenario for you. He didn't even one-shot it. This chrysalid takes a poke at either Bradford, and now he's getting Blade Storm. You could just be dead. Suck it. How do you like them apples? Do you like apples? How do you like them apples, punk? Yeah, I'm ripping off Goodwill Hunting. What of it?
Time is sort of the essence here, you could say. The clock is ticking. I just hope I'm remembering the right broadcast.
I don't suppose he can. This is going to be beautiful.
Early. You should probably get there.
We're going to make the chrysalid blow himself up, killing the sectopod. Brilliant.
The area seemed kind of quiet.
That felt pretty good.
We still had to find our way to the DJ's computer.
Yeah. DJ's computer, etc., etc. Hey, Michael Lewis, you want to maybe make yourself useful for once by hacking this thing remotely with your specialist power?
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's the only thing you've been able to hack the entire mission. We could disorient the enemies for 2 turns, or we could, you know what, let's recover all points spent this mission, because we don't care. Everyone is dead, it hardly matters. Should have killed that chrysalid before I did the pirate radio, though. Because then, now we're going to get into mission, and we screwed ourselves out of 2,000 points.
We managed to get into the DJ's computer and stop the broadcast.
Yep, screwed ourselves out of 2,000 points. We should have killed the chrysalid first.
If that was possible.
We're going to destroy that sectopod, and the chrysalids are going to pay for it. Alright, I'm not super happy with the way that one worked out. This is a no-brainer, though. We're going to take the war suit. Ionic Storm is great. Ghost. I don't even remember what Ghost does. Is that the one that makes a clone of you? Because if it is, that one sucks. Bradford picked up Reaper. Leslie Campbell picked up Fanfire, which is really good. Michael Lewis got nothing. Brilliant. Carla Hernandez got Manual Override, which may be the worst ability in the game. Despite the fact that it's not broken, it's still terrible. Judgment, I've never seen trigger ever. Amity Mustafa picked up Solace, Null Lance, and Void Rift. All of those are excellent. It's going to be close on the gold. We need, what, 41,500 on our next mission? That's a bit of a big row to hoe, but I'm going to wrap things up for this evening. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me.
I was about ready to beat it out of him, but finally he came clean.
Beating it out of a crackpot. It's always good for a Halloween treat. What'd you do on Halloween? Oh, you know, I beat it out of a crackpot. What is it? Semen. That's what.
Somehow he got the bright idea.
I mean, we were next to the ocean, so